Hello, ladies and gents. Romie Mojo here. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I have a separate channel. If you just want ASMR type content, subscribe to Romie Whispers ASMR. That's where I only put ASMR type videos up. If you want to mix it up and have a myriad of other things, then please subscribe to this channel, Romie Mojo. Now, enjoy the video.
Hi, James. How are you? I'm doing very well, thank you. Before we begin, would you like to have anything to drink? I have it here just in case. Always just in case. So I'll just put it down here. Okay. So I read your profile. We talked a little bit, and you're saying right now you're not feeling yourself, and there are many different reasons as to why that could be the case, but I wanted to try something different, because when I was reading your profile, I know I asked you some questions. You felt like, wait, why would he need that type of information? And the reason being is due to the fact that a lot of times what we think is the problem or one of the issues, yes, even though it can be, it may not just fully be the case. In your case, I noticed a couple of things that were very similar. You said you weren't feeling like yourself. You think that you're depressed. But you're saying that you're able to complete your obligations. You still feel happy. You still feel satisfied. Sometimes you just don't feel motivated. And one, thank you for coming in to seeing someone. That's very important. But I also asked you about your diet, because what I'm seeing is I'm not necessarily seeing clinical depression. I asked you questions about your home life and your job, and even like your commute. You said your commute could be better. It's okay to say that sucks. It's okay. A lot of people's commutes aren't what they want it to be, and that definitely plays a big factor in getting up, getting ready to go to work, and leaving and feeling like. So I definitely think that the commute is partially the issue. You said during your commute you don't have any, you're just focused on the road, and from what it honestly sounds like, because this happens with me as well. Even though I enjoy driving, I still get anxiety from driving because of all of the possibilities that could happen while on the road. So I definitely want to share some tips with you with that. One of the main things that I do is I listen to not only like talk radio, because you said your car has Bluetooth. You were telling me that you do watch and listen to YouTube videos and podcasts, aside from music, because sometimes music, especially when we have a routine, we know, when this sound's going to occur, when the beat's going to drop, when bass is going to kick in, it can become very predictable. So my suggestion is, why don't you listen to some of the podcasts? I know you like to pass the time at work by doing that, but try acclimating some of that into your driving schedule, at least going to work, so that you can have something to look forward to, and you could at least have your armor on, like I call it. Have your armor on when you go into work. So once you get there, you're saying your job is, you actually like it, but it doesn't mean that it's not mundane, that it's very routine for the most part. There's a customer service aspect, so that's where you get the endless possibilities, but your job is still very routine, which means that, again, you're going in, you're not being surprised, you're not being challenged because you play sports, you are very competitive, but you have a job that doesn't accommodate your core. At your core of your interest. You're stagnant most of the day because you're at a desk. I asked you, how come you didn't have a stand-up desk? And you said that people put their laptops on this raised thing. I said, no, there's actually a stand-up desk that could almost match your height, and you can, it helps with you not sitting down, because I'm also someone where I get very almost like comatose just sitting down and doing work. My brain activity decreases a lot. And because your office is so quiet, it feels like time is standing still at time. And I want you to know that aside from, listening to your music, listening to podcasts, maybe it's time to find something new. Sometimes we get signs that we're not where we should be. You said that you like your job, but you have many skills that can allow you to do multiple things. A lot of people don't have the advantage that you do. You are able to work in different industries, in different jobs, and still make the money that you're looking for. That's very rare. So I would honestly look at certain core things that you feel like you're missing in your daily life, see what type of jobs could interest you, and either come back to me or work with a career planner, because now's the next steps. You've been at your job for multiple years now, and it's one of those roles where advancement may not be the case. You didn't say what the process was. So if you feel like, you know what, you do like your job, maybe go and talk with upper management and see what type of upward, momentum you could have, or what you need to do to get to the next steps. Because the worst thing they could say is, your job, we really don't see that for your particular job and responsibilities. And then you'll know for sure it's time for you to go. But aside from that, like I said, I don't think that this per se is depression. You can be depressed by feeling stagnant, but I feel like you're more so unmotivated, because being clinically depressed and being just in general unmotivated, two different things. You say that you're very happy. Like, I don't feel like the smile on your face is forced. You seem like someone who, like you said, you're very competitive. So it can be very frustrating to not be in an environment that plays to your strengths or pushes you beyond your current limits. And that's not happening right now. Your family life, you said it's good. You said your spouse, you have a solid relationship, you're happy. Planning to have a child, things are going well there, and obviously I just met you, so I have no reason to doubt that, because like I said, you genuinely seem like a happy person. You just seem dissatisfied, and you do have a twinge of anxiety, but you work out and it helps a lot. A lot of people don't work out to remove it. Part of your anxiety is it's not even of the unknown for you. It's the fact that you know what's going to happen, and your mind is telling you, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here. Yeah, I know. It's okay. So I have an assignment for you, because I thought I was going to go a different direction, but just speaking to you and realizing that, thankfully, at least for now, I will not think this is clinical depression. I want you to really think about what I said. Really think about what you want from your career moving forward. What you want from your everyday life. Also, just putting it out there. Do you want to have a child at this moment? Because you have to think about it. If you're going to potentially either get more work advancement or look for something else and partially rebuild, it will require a lot of time and effort. So you cannot just rush into it. You have to really think, is this the right time for us to try and plan and have a child? is this the right time for me to move into a new career? How will that affect my spouse? How will it affect my happy life right now? Happy wife, happy life. That's what you currently have going. So I want you to do some research, think about it. And like I said, whether you come back to me and discuss or talk with a career advisor, I really want you to live the most fruitful and enjoyable life you can and get the most out of it. Because I honestly think you're dissatisfied and you're frustrated by the fact that you are not getting that right now. You're not getting that right now because a large part of your day, which is centered around work, is not fulfilling you. And I just want to make sure that before you make a big decision, like potentially switch jobs, or at the very least stay your current one and potentially have advancement, that you don't go and rush into something without making sure your home life is good. Because a lot of people do that. And then you'll be back here. And then you'll be telling me, I don't understand what's wrong with Sheila. Why is she going and doing this and doing that? I mean, I do everything that she asks. Right now, we're not at that stage. Thankfully, we're not at that stage. So that's your homework. Your homework is to, at the very least, when you wake up, whether it's read or like I said, start off with listening to your podcast, YouTube videos, whatever you need to do aside from just music, or even expand your musical taste to maybe something that could get out your hidden frustration. That'd be great on your way to work. Once you're there, continue on with a different type of audio just to stimulate you, but don't get complacent. Go and talk to your boss, see what type of advancement is possible. And also, it does not hurt, even if that's the case, to go and start looking outside, look elsewhere, see other job opportunities that could be a fit for you, because you have the advantage of going into different industries with your experience. So that's it. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for checking in on yourself and making sure that, hey, I feel weird. Things feel off. Because a lot of people don't do that. And it just doesn't magically get better. As a lot of people say, like right now, like I said, I don't believe you have clinical depression, but you could develop it if things stay stagnant. And the last thing you want to do is become depressed, have a newborn baby, be in a job that you may or may not really feel fulfilled in. So before you leave, I just want to do a quick breathing exercise, because I noticed that, like me, you also don't really breathe in enough. Because your lungs are supposed to expand, not do. This is what ours do, because we just take quick, shallow breaths. It's supposed to. And so even when you first wake up, when you get in that car, before you put it in reverse, before you step out of that car to go in your office, just do this. Exhale. We can do one more. Inhale. Exhale. You're breathing in the positivity, and you're getting rid of the negativity, the anxiety, all of that. So thank you again for coming in. I'm glad I didn't need the tissues today. I guess you didn't need the water either, but it's always here if you need it. And I'll see you next time. Remember, on my channel. I also have a host of other videos that may help you. There's sessions that can just take your mind off of things because you said you need distraction from work. So keep it in mind. Romie Whispers ASMR. And I thank you again for joining me with this session. I hope to see you again next Wednesday or later on this week. There's always at least a video up on Wednesday, just in case you don't make it in. You can see at your convenience. Thank you.